Hi everyone, I'm Leah.
Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm also Frugal Vagabond, and Steve is
Third Rock Vagabond.
And we were recently on the 9-month Ultimate World Cruise, and we've been back for almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah, getting close, 2.5.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to start out by saying we are very thankful that all of our new friends seem to be okay after several of the new friends that we made on the cruise are in Florida, and they all seem to have come through okay. One friend had an enormous loss of property, but her and her family and the animals are okay, so we're very thankful for that.
Yeah. We do have some friends, of course, up in Georgia as well.
Right, and they also came through okay, so we're very happy. And they didn't mention not having power when I checked in with them, so I'm assuming since they were able to answer that they do have power. So yes, very, very thankful that our new friends came through that all okay. Hi Belva, good to see you.
Hello.
The other thing I wanted to talk about is a week ago we were visiting Steve's mom, and we did a live, and the intent was to do daily or every other day live streams when we got back, and we have not done that. So I wanted to talk about why. The most obvious being we have not gotten on a set schedule yet, but also the work that they would.
Oh yeah, they've been re-roofing our buildings here at our complex because of the barrel storm, and it's been kind of noisy
and with
all that fun stuff.
Things falling around us, and yeah, it's been very, very messy. They clean up at the end of the day, which is nice, but during the peak time in the evening where we would be doing these, it's
pounding and hammering.
It's been too loud out here to actually do that. Is yours on? Did you turn your microphone on?
Did I?
No, it doesn't look like it. Here we go. Now we've got a microphone.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. Hope it wasn't too dead.
And then, of course, we haven't really got our stuff together as far as getting on a schedule, which is why we haven't been able to do them in the mornings. But we are hoping very much to rectify that. So what else have we been up to? Love you, be safe. Thank you. So what else have we been up to?
Visiting family. We got to go see a cousin and her husband last night.
And
that was fun.
We went to a place called Crisps.
Crisps.
It's a pizza place, sort of.
Italian restaurant.
Italian restaurant.
Italian restaurant,
wine pizza.
Yeah, wine pizza. They have a big bar, full service.
And live music.
Live music,
yeah, live music. So we had a great time hanging out with them. I was thinking about just trying to make all the appointments. So, as most of you know, Steve had a heart attack a couple years ago. So it's obviously important that we stay up with what's going on with that. And also injuries.
Yeah. Well, we got the two phones positioned, and the way the one over here is positioned, I got to look around to see if there's any other messages.
I'll let you know. I can see. Anyway, so he was going to go in for a minor surgery.
Yep.
You want to talk about what happened with that?
Hello, Rudy.
Hey, Rudy.
And is that Rudy and?
Rudy Van Den.
Van Den, okay. Hi, Rudy.
Hi, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Good to see you too.
The spinal cord stimulator, one of the leads that goes up along my spine, stopped working last year, but just before the trip we got it identified. So I went back and as soon as we got back home, started making all the appointments, and I saw the pain doc and starting to set it up. And Thursday afternoon, got a call about, well, hey, there's an opening for this Monday. So I said, sure, sounds great. And of course, the next day, the little hospital, the surgical center, started sending me all the paperwork, all the links online to go in and put the information that I need to put in. And started working through that. Was talking with the nurse or administrator, whatever she was, that was helping me get the stuff all logged in. Then we got a realization that the cardiologist was supposed to be sending over a clearance, and evidently it was delayed, and we didn't get it in time.
So it got canceled.
It got pushed back 2 months.
which is unfortunate, but we had a crazy couple hours trying to go to the actual offices to get it pushed through. And because we started so late in the afternoon, everything closed before we got it sealed up.
So it got pushed back 2 months. They only do these type surgeries on the last Monday of the month.
Oh.
The pain doc does.
Gotcha.
So the problem with the end of October.
Oh, so, and that ties in with Rudy just asked a question. He said, miss you guys out on a cruise. When is the next one? The next one is going to be at the end of October. So one of the Casino Royale, quote unquote, free cruises that we got, they aren't going to be leaving out of Galveston, which is the most convenient place for us, after the end of this year.
That way.
So we were lucky enough, we had a great travel agent who talked to the casino people, whatever office that is that books those cruises, and she found us one on October 27th, and on the Harmony, and it's a 7-night, and so we will definitely be posting from our balcony. Oh, and that was the other thing. It also happened to be they only have so many rooms that are open for the free casino cruises, and the last one left, and it was a balcony. So we're very excited about that. The last time, because we only did the 5-day Caribbeans before, so this is going to be a little longer.
Roatan.
So someplace we haven't been yet. So I'm pretty excited about that. And it's also not that far away. And we will also be on the ship for Halloween. So we gotta start planning what our Halloween costumes are gonna be and bring those with us, because I'm quite sure there's gonna be a Halloween party on the ship.
Oh yeah.
It should be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The Harmony is much bigger than the Serenade. So the Serenade, again, 20 years old, kind of small. The only other ship that we've been on with Royal is the Adventure of the Seas, and that was the next step up from size-wise from the Serenade. So a little bit bigger, but I understand the Harmony is even bigger than that, so it's the next step up again, I think.
I think it's 2 steps up.
Hi, Christina.
It's pretty good size. It's got the big Central Park area. It's got the Aqua Theater in the back of the ship outside. It's not the huge ones. It's not the Icon class.
But bigger than anything we've been on so far. So it's going to be interesting. Normally, I mean, I've always said I really like the Serenade because it's so small and there's less people. But it'll be interesting to see how I'm going to feel about it when we get on with more people, but also there's more space.
There's 3 dining rooms, 3 levels that have dining room on it. And it's got, of course, the windjammers up close to the top floors. How many specialty restaurants are on it? I think it's got all the new ones.
It does have the robot bartender. And it does it have the floating bar too?
The
one that moves up and down. So I'm really excited to see that. So they did a movie. They filmed a movie there, a Netflix movie with Kelsey Grammer and Kristen Bell called Like Father. It's on Netflix. I've watched it a zillion times because I really like the movie, and because when we were getting ready for the cruise, it was the only movie that was available that actually showed people existing on a cruise ship that weren't, crew or whatever. And it was a cute movie. So I've seen it a billion times. And so they filmed that movie on the Harmony, so I'm very excited to get to see that. He's like, he didn't like the movie that much.
It was okay. It was a fun movie, but
not to watch it as many times.
But it really looks like a neat ship. It's something we haven't been on that class yet. What
ship? So Christina, the one we're going, the ship we'll be on at the end of October is Harmony of the Seas. That's the one we're looking forward to. Anyway, that's kind of our update. We are going to make the best effort at getting onto a schedule starting Monday. And just update. So I'm also working on the book. So I have a business meeting to talk about that this evening. Hi, Scott. Talk to you later. So I'm really excited about that. We're making progress, and I hope to have that out. Well, once I get the draft and get it in for editing, I'll let you guys, I should be able to give you an update on the timeline after that. So I'm really excited about that too. What are you working on?
Still working on some of the book content books.
Okay. So we'll have those out too.
Yeah.
We'll keep you all posted.
Yeah.
You want to do it? So the
It's,
sailboat.
if you can still see right out over here for those on kind of the same spot.
Yeah.
Right out over here you'll see a mast sticking up just out of the
behind
water.
the flag.
Yeah. The Mr. Barrel hurricane that came through also sank a sailboat.
And it's still out there.
Yeah. It'll be there for a bit. I gotta work on getting it.
I imagine those are really expensive
Covered.
to get out of the water once they go down. Anyway, the Harmony is more than double the size of the Serenade. We
Yeah.
went on it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, again, more people, which may or may not be a great thing, but also a much bigger ship, so there's more room for those people to spread out,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So Christina, if you can, I'm assuming that you had a good time, so I'd like to hear if you did or not, if you're still on and feel like chatting.
Yeah.
Oh, I could talk about, one thing I'll mention, so, about a week ago I posted an alligator video.
Oh,
So
yeah. Right
I like to come and sit out on the balcony at night,
Right down here.
literally right down there.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if you can actually hear the traffic noise, but we're right next to a major thoroughfare, so it's quite loud during the day. But at midnight, well, during the week, midnight, also went on the symphony last summer. That's cool. So after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, it gets really quiet. And if I'm out here sitting, I can hear really big splashes that are obviously way too big to be fish. And so whenever I hear that, I look over, and once I see them splash, I can tell what direction they're going. And they like to come up. There's some boats right under. Obviously, we're in a marina, right? So there's a couple of boats right underneath our balcony, and they like to kind of skim around the boats for some reason. That's what I usually see them doing. When they surface, they're usually further out in the water, so it's a little bit harder to get video of that. But I think I'm gonna try next week,
Okay.
depending on how late we stay up.
We can set up the GoPro.
That's
Do time lapse.
Oh, update on the GoPro.
Yes. The GoPro is back in my possession.
So tell the story. You gotta tell the story though.
So we were in Kagoshima, Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I had the GoPro. We were on one of the trams, the little streetcars.
Yeah.
Streetcar, I guess you want to call it. They go on the street. And I had a suction cup of my GoPro stuck to the window, getting footage as we went down the street. And once we hit the end of the line, we were still a little ways from where we were wanting to get off, but the location we were actually going to.
We should have switched trams earlier and we didn't, so we kind of got stuck at the end of the line.
So we were trying to figure out how to get to that destination if there was a possible way. And so I had my phone in my hand, and I started to search, searching Google Maps, and then next thing we get off, I grab my rucksack and had my phone, grabbed and ran off, and completely forgot about the GoPro.
Still stuck to the window.
And so didn't realize it until we were walking back to the ship. I mean, we were
It was an hour left until all aboard.
quarter of a mile from the ship, and about an hour left for all aboard. And so there was no way I was going to run back and try and find it. Who knows where that car is? You know, it could be one end of the line or the far end of the city. So what I ended up doing was finding a phone number on their website for the transportation department in Kagoshima. And I don't speak Japanese, so ended up going down to the customer service desk, and there's a young lady from from South Korea, and she was able to communicate enough with the gentleman in Japan about getting an email address.
So she spoke a little Japanese.
She spoke a little bit. She was able, and I think she pulled up one of the translated things too. But she was able to communicate with him and got an email address. And me and Google Translate started emailing the gentleman about identifying and lost and found the camera I'd lost.
Which someone actually had turned it in.
Yep.
And since we still had the registration and the serial number, we could prove that it was
Yeah,
his.
and I had a picture of it from my phone because as it was sitting on the window, I was doing some recording with my phone, and boop, right there it was, right where I left it. But it was difficult trying to get it mailed to someplace that we was going to be that I could actually be able to pick it up. And we're trying to Dubai, but the timeline was just too tight.
Yeah.
So he got him to just send it back to my mom's house here in Texas.
And so when we went to visit Mom last weekend, we got the
There
GoPro
was the
back.
box with the GoPro in it.
And it still had, well, I guess it probably shouldn't have, but it still had the battery in it and everything.
But
It
anyway,
wasn't supposed to be.
it got it back, and I got to looking at it. And those of you who mess with GoPros, you can set it to where it'll turn itself off, but you can just click on the shutter button, and the video will wake it up and start shooting video. But when you do that, it only goes for about a minute. So that's all I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I started looking at it, but there
We
were
were
a couple of
hoping it had a
photos.
day's worth of,
Yeah, well, but as long as the battery would have lasted,
Yeah.
that it would have kept recording. But that's all it did was about a minute. But the gentleman, he took pictures of himself with it. I don't know if it was
did
just
he?
by accident or,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it's still on there. But I cannot think of the gentleman's name, let alone pronounce it very well. But he was very kind, a very nice guy because he wasn't able to send it through the company.
Right.
He had to send it from himself through Japanese mail.
Yeah, as in using his own money. Now, obviously,
Well, I sent him money.
we sent him money, yeah.
But
Before he did that.
yeah,
But
because they didn't have a DHL close by.
that was really very kind of him. He
It
took
was.
because he did that in his own personal
Yeah,
time, which was
yeah.
really nice.
It was very nice.
And we are very thankful that we got it back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that is awesome. So many honest and good people in the world.
Yes, there
Yes.
is. People are good.
And Christina, we're glad you had a great time. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm really looking forward to being on the Harmony.
I am too. A different ship, something different. Although I think it's going to be hard to beat as far as being my favorite now, the Serenade, because there's so many memories attached to it.
That's very true.
And I do like that size of ship, that Radiance class.
Well, for a world tour, a world cruise, the smaller ships are better
Get into
in that they can get to more ports, and then of course the bigger the ship, the less you feel the waves. So it's kind of a pros and cons. Anyway, so that's our update on the GoPro, what we have going on, what we're working on, and we are really going to try and get on a schedule starting on Monday. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone,
Y'all
and
take
we'll
care.
see you in a day or two.
Yep.
Hey, Brad.
Adios, amigos.
Sorry, we're just now signing off. I'll send you a text message. Bye.
Adios.